Today on the Terrible Warriors, return to Stargate SG-12 for Part 3 of the Shield of Mars. The brave men and women of SG-12 have arrived on their planet and made contact with the local government. But not all is as it seems, for deep beneath the city is an armory of Jaffa armor. As they attract the attention of the Goa'uld, will SG-12 solve the riddle of the Shield of Mars? Only one way to find out. And that's by listening to the next hour. Because they're not just soldiers of Stargate Command, they're also terrible warriors.
Greetings, terrible listeners. This is Derek the Bard from Chase the Muse back with another episode of Stargate SG-12, the Shield of Mars. And I am joined with...
Mike the Birdman Dodd playing Captain Mac and Cheese Frank Rollins.
And Justin, Mr. Ecock, playing Captain Clive Murphy, Cleveland Murphy Brown, call me Cliff. I'm on your side. That
Or
Clive.
so it seems.
Well, I'm Captain Murphy, an auditor brought in by the DoD who has apparently been thrown in because of his wicked bureaucratic skills into becoming the best friend of the politician of this town that may not actually be, I guess, a Goa'uld secret mother base. Surprise!
I'm Alex. I am playing Lieutenant Stevens, the Mr. Sneaky of the group.
So sneaky.
I'm Bree.
Where'd he go?
Oh,
Where'd he go?
Where'd he
there
go?
He is!
You guys didn't have to be in the room for that. You didn't have to see it.
Oh boy.
Oh god, did Justin do peekaboo?
Yeah.
Yeah, not a
I'm not even.
Again.
Thanks. You made him do it again.
I work with very odd people.
I'm Bree. I'm playing Corporal June Jackson, also known as JJ. She's our mechanical savant, and she might have just done a bad thing.
And I'm Tiffany. I'm playing Jessica Crenshaw. She is the ridiculously underestimated Valley Girl scientist.
I really hope that voice
Yep.
is Apophis.
And yes, as we left our officers of the Stargate Command, let's see here. Lieutenant Stevens has stumbled upon a Goa'uld armory.
As you
and
do.
Corporal Jackson was digging into the guts of the Shield of Mars, which was now shouting Krital Shalmak.
So it's not an Asgard device.
Krital Shalmak.
And I think you've pissed it off.
And you left the
Captain, I
linguist
did
in
a
another
thing.
part of the city.
I know.
Captain, I did a thing.
Captain.
Wouldn't be a Thursday game without people doing a thing.
We gotta get this on a shirt. I did a thing.
I did the thing.
Guys, I did a thing.
And just like a picture of like a shield, a dumpster, and just like a planet blowing up and a moon crashing in.
And shawarma.
And shawarma.
Yes.
All right. So,
All right, so where are we starting?
Derek's at the table. Where are we picking up?
Okay, well, let's pick up with our core group, the three of you who are now together, as opposed to the fact that our five-man party has been split 3 ways at this point.
Sorry.
We love you. That's why. That's why we did it.
It's cinematic, I'm sure.
It's actually very cinematic. That's this idea of our recon guy going down with the flashlight, and he's going through a darkened room as it's starting to light up, and around him he's surrounded by Goa'uld staff weapons and
Jaffa armor.
Yeah, Jaffa armor and all this. It's like, hey, now if we need to go incognito, we can get into things. So that'd be nice. And if they're actually them that are out in the mines, who knows? We don't know. So, but the three of us, Murphy, Rollins, and Jessica, are we in that bar?
Yeah,
Yeah?
or you're meeting outside of it at least.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm sure the consular is going to have sleeping arrangements for us figured out because he loves me.
Yeah, but it's not even quite noon yet. So.
Oh, excellent! Middle of the day. So we need we should head out to those mines before it gets dark and figure out if these barbarians are even real. Because who knows if there's an attack that happens while we're here? We don't want to get caught with our pants down.
Sounds like a plan. All right.
But not
so
you.
I guess let's
Jessica,
inform
you want to get into the
Stevens
archives.
And yes.
We need to learn the truth of this place.
We're not splitting the party 4 ways.
I'm not splitting the party
Yeah,
4
let's not-
ways. I'm not
let's
going
not
into the
split
mines without
Person party, you're not
Stevens.
splitting it 4 ways, damn it.
Derek, I'm not going anywhere without Lieutenant Stevens. That guy's good with a sniper rifle.
Well, you've already lost Lieutenant Stevens.
Where is Lieutenant
I'm-
Stevens?
I'm actually going
Got
to try
trapped
and
under a
radio
trap
him.
door.
You get no response.
There's no
Stevens,
response.
come in.
Remember?
Okay, we
He's-
can't get a hold of Stevens.
Where did you send him
Okay,
last?
let's try and get a hold of Jackson. Hey, Jackson, what's your sit rep?
Hi.
Greetal Shalmak.
So.
I did a thing.
Yeah,
Tell Sean Mock.
something
We're hearing that over the
happened.
radio.
Yeah. So I was poking around in here
Greetal
and
Shalmak.
it started doing this.
Jessica,
and
Kretal Shalmak.
Okay.
Crenshaw,
should
what the
I
hell
roll
does that
for
mean?
Should I roll for that?
Yeah, just give me a quick lore check.
Okay.
Crenshaw, I want to write
blank
Crenshaw down. I should be
one
referring to it as
minus 2
Crenshaw.
plus. And I
You're
got
fine.
a 4.
Yeah. Kretal Shalmak, identify yourself.
Okay, it's saying to identify yourself.
Okay. Any ideas what?
Do not answer that call,
Yeah,
Lieutenant
maybe
Corporal.
try to. Huh?
He's telling me
Just
not to
try-
I'm
answer.
telling the corporal, do not
Yeah.
respond.
Okay. Well, I mean, what's the worst that could happen if she doesn't respond? It blows her up. So.
Yeah, I'd
Okay,
like-
we're
I'd
gonna
like
have
to
anyone
avoid that.
blown
Do
up under my
something.
command. It's
Do
my
you
first
want to
day
try
on the
and
job.
disable it, Bree?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Without disabling the...
Yeah,
Shield
so I'm
network.
I'm gonna try and disable that without disabling everything.
Okay, give me a crafts roll.
Crafts roll.
We got a missing recon man, and we might have just alerted the enemy to our presence.
It's a 4. Like my
Okay.
stuff just keeps canceling. Like I'm rolling zeros every
All
time.
right. No, you think you managed to
Such is
disable
your
it, but you're
fate.
not sure if you just disabled the vocal sequence on it, or if you disabled the device itself.
Oh, good.
I mean, the talking stopped.
Well, Captain, should we go get her or see what's going on at least?
You've got a missing man. At least we know where she is. We need
That's
to know
true.
what this device does. We need to know more about the shield. We need to find Lieutenant Stevens.
Well, let's go check his last known location. He checked in near the barracks, so I guess let's go over there.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm gonna stay here and poke through this and see if I can figure out whether it's like off or not.
What language was that, Crenshaw?
That was old.
Okay, that was gold.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this is not good.
I'm going to
Well-
cut over to Lieutenant Stevens at this point. What are you doing down there, Stevens?
I've already done sort of an inventory of the armor, the weapons.
Yeah,
What
we're
I'm
not
looking
familiar with the helmet design on the armor.
that
You
was going to be
guys
my
have
question.
recorded
What shape
Serpent
of man?
Guard, Anubis Guard, Horus Guard. There's some rumors of Set Guard, but the problem is the only person who knows what they look like at Stargate Command is Teal'c, and he can't stop laughing whenever he talks about them.
Oh no.
There was a joke. 3 Jaffa meet on a contested moon. What was it? The Horus, the Serpent Guard's eyes glow. The Horus Guard's beak glistens. The Set Guard's nose drips. And he just starts laughing.
Oh my god.
But the helmet design is the front of it almost looks human-esque, like a stylized Roman helmet with spikes coming up the top of the helmet armor, like a crest of spikes.
Okay, and this room I'm in, how large is it? Is it large enough that a vehicle could be stored in it?
No, but it's large enough to fit armor and weapons for probably about, you'd figure maybe 30 or 40 Jaffa.
Okay, I put one of the suits of armor on.
Okay.
I find the one that obviously fits best. And
It's Jaffa armor.
It's kind of a one Jaffa
size
fits all.
yeah, but
and-
I grab whatever would be the prime armor.
Oh, okay. You don't see prime armor here.
Don't see prime armor? Okay, damn. Now I grab obviously a bag or some sort to store extra weapons. I grab as many the hand pistol, the Zat ones.
Is that Nicotel?
Yeah, I grab enough for everybody in our group.
Okay.
And I grab 2 staffs. And
you're not. You're gonna have a problem carrying all of this.
Oh, I am. Okay.
He'd have his like backpack, but that
Well, you
means
can
leaving
shove the
your, like,
Zats
kit behind.
into the backpack.
Okay, I take
Like,
shove the Zats
you're-
in the backpack.
At that point, you've got your rifle hanging over your chest, your pack on, and you're carrying a staff weapon in each hand.
Okay,
and
I put down one of the staff weapons. Just take one.
Okay.
And now, was there any computer screens?
Nope.
Anything else? It's just purely like armory storage.
You find what might be like a data pad of some sort, but you're not really that up on. Actually, I guess you could try to interface with it. You've got some computer training.
I do. I have a +2 specialist computers.
Okay. Give me a lore check then.
Okay.
Give me a lore check.
You can use your aspect of work, damn it.
That's if I try and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Or you could just add a +2 to the roll.
Okay, so I got a blank and 3 pluses. And
Okay, no, you're good. You're fine because you already
Yeah.
get a +2 from your lore spec.
yeah, that's like 8.
You fiddle around with it. It's actually a holographic globe. And a man appears. Because it's one of the Ghoul holo projectors. He looks like he's projected in golden light. He looks very Roman. He has a very close cropped haircut. He has stylized armor on, and he's carrying a helmet under one arm. It says something to the effect of, "Warriors of Nova Bithynia, I, Mars, your god. I, Mars, who walks into battle, your god, praise you for your efforts, and gift to you these weapons that you may become the next of my loyal warriors." And then there appears to be some other pre-recorded sequences on there.
Okay,
So
I put that in my pack.
Okay.
And there's only one entrance, right? Just the stairs?
Yeah, just the stairs.
All right, I move to try to exit.
Okay, you search around a bit. There's another switch to open up the
Okay.
door into the stairs. I will cut over to the rest of the party at this point as you arrive at the barracks. And you find they're training out in the yard. There's about 50 to 100 of the Legionnaires. They're practicing with spears.
How are they practicing? Like, does it look like...
Like drills, basically?
Does it look like
Yeah,
drills? Does it look terrestrian?
It's drills in formation with spears. But then again...
So they're not like doing staff weapon exercises with regular spears, for example.
Well, that's the thing, is that using a regular spear, in many ways the staff weapons are designed to be used like regular spears as well.
There'd be no way
Like,
to
keep
know.
in mind that the Jaffa fighting style involves a lot of staff, like a lot of like just physical martial arts staff fighting.
Yeah, only someone like Teal'c would be able to tell the difference between, like, these are Jaffa military moves,
Yeah,
if that's what
exactly. Because
they're
you guys really have only seen Jaffa when you've been fighting them in the past.
learning.
Like when poor
Well, I've
Dr.
only
Josh
read it in the
Hastings
reports.
died on, P4X197 or whatever.
He had a memorable life.
Okay.
He liked wearing his red shirt.
Okay, I guess, do I see the building description that Stevens would have went into?
Yep.
Okay, we're just gonna walk on over. If we look like we own the place, maybe they'll just leave us alone.
You don't look like you own the place. They call to you. One of the drill sergeant actually sees you. Solway! And he waves for the people to stop. And he walks over to you. He's carrying a wooden rod. It's basically a swagger cane. That you've seen him using it to correct people's stances and stuff, occasionally like smacking people with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are the travelers from the Door of Light.
Yes, we are. Captain Frank Rollins.
I am Centurion, rolling name. I am Centurion Volsar. Centurion Volsar.
Yep.
I see by your equipment that you must be warriors, yes?
Yes, sir. Best fighting force in the world. Well, where we're from, anyway.
In your world, perhaps. perhaps you would show us a demonstration.
Yeah,
Sure.
come on, Captain. Show him a demonstration.
I want to see one of their training dummies.
They've got training dummies for archery and the like.
Okay, I'm going to say, yeah, see that training dummy over there?
Yes,
I'm going to make it disappear.
that is a bold claim.
I'm going to hold up my M249 saw. I'll be like, Centurion Volsar, I want to introduce you to Betty. She's a very good friend of mine. We've been together for over 10 years. She's my girl. Say hi to her. Pet her. It's okay. I want him to touch my gun. Feel the weight of it.
Okay, this got weird.
I'm not familiar with this weapon.
This
Where
is
is
what...
where is the blade? Where do the arrows? Where do you store the arrows in it?
You see this big box right here? I point to the bottom of the gun, point to the magazine.
Yes.
These are my arrows. Now stand back and cover your ears. Just trust me on this one.
He gestures. Everyone puts their hands over their ears.
And I'm just going to let rip.
Okay, give me a shoot check.
All right, then. With
Let's
a plus
see, how
4.
much damage you are rolling to harm the inanimate object. I want to see if you can make it vanish.
I'm going to invoke my aspect, let's rock.
Sure.
And,
everybody get all their fate points back.
Oh, sweet.
I got 2 pluses, a minus, and a blank.
So 6, 8, 7. Oh yeah, it's gone. You haven't gotten to it yet, Dodd, in the series, but there is a time when Colonel O'Neill and Major Carter stand up and explain the use of a staff weapon versus a P90. A staff weapon, this is a weapon of terror. Carter blows a training dummy away. This is a weapon of war. And yeah, it ain't there no more. And people are like,
Yeah, and from an even farther distance, he precisionally destroys that entire dummy in a way that the staff weapon just blasts it, but the P90 just cuts it away.
yeah,
One is meant to intimidate, and the other is meant to defeat your enemy.
yeah. Weapon of terror, weapon of war. And the Centurion Volsar is just gobsmacked. So with such weapons as this, we would not need to rely on alchemist fire to fight the barbarians. But we do have a. But yes, then we must show you our alchemist fire. It
Yes,
is
please do.
like this, but it is also different. And he calls over.
Well, I want to know more
and-
about the alchemist fire, but we're also looking for our man.
We'll take a second. Let's get them at ease first.
And they bring over. It looks almost like a cannon. And there's a crank on it. And what you hear is it sounds like the whirring up of almost like a turbine of some sort. And there's a whirring, and you can hear mechanical clicking inside.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whine in the air. The cannon blows backwards about a foot against the two men holding it. There is a blast of energy, and it blows apart a target.
Whoa.
You have seen shots like that before. That looks like something coming out of a staff weapon. That is definitely a Naquita energy discharge.
So they've...
Interesting.
So I, like, just leaning into Captain's ear, it looks like they've reverse engineered some more things left behind.
So is
Resourceful
this
people.
good for the American taxpayers? We want this?
Let's find Lieutenant Stevens and figure that out later.
Okay, good. Just keep it on track here.
It is perhaps not as loud or fires as fast as yours, but you can see the damage is quite impressive.
Very much so. Now, Centurion Volsar, we're just inspecting your facilities here because we respect your warriors. I mean, given what you can do here, we just want to have a look around for ourselves, kind of tell our superiors that you have indeed one of the grandest fighting forces we've ever seen.
Give me a report check, Mike.
All right, then. I got 2 minuses and 2 pluses.
Okay,
So that would
this
be
is just a
plus
plus
2.
1.
Just a +1.
Yep.
Actually, no,
Okay.
that would be a plus. Yeah, it would be just +1.
Okay. Well, he canceled himself out. He got 2 pluses and 2 minuses. Yes, of course. I must get back to training these men, but I will get one of my Decurions to show you around.
Thank you.
His name is...
At
Derek keeps rolling until he rolls something he hasn't rolled before.
this point, it's heads or tails.
No, there are 3 options. Thank you. Decurion Wolf.
Our favorite.
Hey, Caesar, you're not a bad guy this time.
Are you?
Are you?
This whole town might be bad guys.
And one of the soldiers with the less impressive helmet trots over, and he begins showing you around. That's our armory. They're the barracks, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, can I roll an investigative just while I'm looking around here, or is that notice? I'm trying to find our guy. I want to know if there's like any. I know he's sneaky, but I want to know where he is.
Show the good stuff.
While that's happening,
I only rolled a 0.
can I get a... I'm sorry, Alex, I didn't give you stealth for some reason.
Yeah, I'm looking.
You know what? Let's trade out your deceive for stealth.
Okay.
He wouldn't have come out of the floor yet, has he?
I'm about to... That's what I'm checking for. Give me a stealth roll.
And you better announce, hey, it's me, or I'm blowing you away.
Let me see here. I'm just going to roll 3 pluses and a blank, and it's a +1. So 4.
Okay. You manage to... the panel slides away, and you slowly get out of the hole, and you look around, and you can see the 3 of them talking to one of the Bithynian soldiers who's leading them around.
And I've got my armor on, though, right? And
you put the Jaffa armor on. Yeah, the problem is it's not going to fit well over the fact that you have a backpack, you have all the extra gear on you, you have the assault rifle across your chest.
Yeah, that seems like a plan for another time. But
yeah,
none of us can talk to you because you're in radio silence. So I guess whenever.
So I mean, you could probably carry the armor under one arm.
Okay. Well, I want the helmet.
Just what you're looking to show people. The helmet's part of the armor.
Oh, damn it.
Remember, the helmets retract into the armor.
Good enough. I as I get up, I put a marker on the ground to show where the door is.
So your helmet's down, right?
No,
I'm not wearing it.
Okay. Yeah, he's got too much gear on to put a Jaffa armor on over it.
Okay.
I played dress up when I was down there, but realized there were weapons to carry.
Oh, you just wanted to play dress up for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to learning what you've had so I can stop metagaming in my head.
Lieutenant, what did you... Looks like you found something kind of fun.
I found the toy box.
Really? What do we got?
And I open up my pack and show a Zat blaster for everybody. And I've got the staff, obviously, in my hand. And I go over explaining that there seems to be enough for a regiment or battalion.
Yeah, and you've got the hollow unit.
Well,
and I've got the hollow unit that I would want to show.
Pretty clear the locals have no idea about a room like that, or they wouldn't have been using reverse engineered.
And
we tell him what we've learned about the alchemist fire.
And I show where I show an indication of to where the door is and how to get in, but not to disturb anything else in the room so that they don't know.
If they knew about it, they'd be using the staff weapons themselves, not using broken machines reverse engineered into little hand cannons.
Huh.
What is this place?
What does this all mean?
I talked to the 3 of you are actually Stargate. And Crenshaw, you're still with us?
I am.
Yeah, so this armor, we need to get somewhere secluded. We can't be doing this in the barracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be a good idea if you guys leave with your guide and I come out separately because they don't know I'm in here.
If you think you could sneak out, yeah. All right, then, yeah,
you got a decent stealth check, so yeah, you can probably sneak away while everybody else is looking at them.
Okay, perfect. And I go to...
And just, meet them in an alley outside the barracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we could just also have the captain show them another demonstration of the saw and just keep their attention.
Yeah, really.
Goes out the back door.
Or or your P90 or your pistol or something like that. Yeah.
Or maybe some hand-to-hand combat.
Or all of your damn Earth weapons that are just variations on a theme.
Do a little CQC.
Call me over to show off the sniper rifle. Or maybe I don't want them to see that.
You don't want them to see you.
Yeah, at all. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you sneak away. They can meet you in an alleyway nearby.
Or do I sneak away and find myself back in the watering hole, back in the corner, as if I had never left?
No, you've got too much stuff with you.
Okay.
Okay, we'll meet in the
Keep
alley.
in mind, like the Zats, you can hide in your bag.
That's
the
true.
staff weapon is very, very noticeable.
Yeah, we're. I mean, it's just. I mean, it's 1998, so you're not exactly taking photographs on a digital camera yet. So, if
We'll
only
find
we had
someplace quiet
iPhones.
then.
Well, let's. Do we want to move things along and end up back at the alleyway, or we want to play it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to just kind of move you guys back to the alleyway then.
Okay.
Cool.
right,
You
Lieutenant,
make
what'd
your
you find?
goodbyes, etc. You do a demonstration and stuff, and then you meet him in a nearby alleyway.
Yeah, I mean, the way the TV goes here, we see him sticking his head out of the things. We thank Wolf for the tour and point in another direction as we make all the distractions to let him sneak out. We really
Yeah.
appreciate the tour. We're going to send good word to our people, and we'll be back to talk about some more demonstrations, perhaps. And we go every time to go. We got a job to do.
Perfect.
And then cut to the alleyway. Look what I found.
Yep.
And then we have that little exchange where we learn about this, the alchemist fire. Obviously, the local regiments don't know about this, or they'd be using staff weapons themselves and not old broken machinery. And
Yeah.
we really need to learn about these barbarians.
And that's when I bring up the holo projector and that there's messages on there that I didn't watch yet.
All right. Let's play the holo.
Now, is our language expert with us?
Yeah, Crenshaw.
Yes, I am.
Yep.
Crenshaw.
The only person
Okay,
not
Yeah,
on the
but the thing
team.
is that
I'm
all
the only
Guo
one not with
apparently
you.
speak
Jackson's
English,
still
so-
up on the hill with learning everything
Okay.
she can about the shield and its systems.
Should we go up there?
Yeah, I mean, I think we should all get back together just in case this.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to have a
decides
private
go south.
conversation in their temple, but we can probably easily get some private accommodations where no one's going to be listening in.
Yeah, Captain Murphy, why don't you see if you can get us a little bit of a house here for at least a little bit, place to crash and get our gear set up again.
I'm going to hand wave that one, just in the interest of time.
Hand waves.
Yes.
I open the doors to the room. You mean something like this? Because in like that typical TV trope where they finish a sentence in another scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
What were you talking about for the whole trip there? Apparently nothing. We just cut there.
Yep. And Bree, are you going to meet them back there?
Can we time skip back for a second?
Yes.
Just to me doing things while they're doing things.
Yep.
Should I roll to see if I can figure out whether this whole thing is off or not? Like if I just turned the warning
You're
off.
pretty
or...
sure that it may have started transmitting anyway the moment you tripped it.
Right. But like, is the whole shield powered down?
No, the whole shield is not powered down.
It's not powered down. Okay. In looking at the shield. No, you know what? That'll be a question for later. Yeah, I'm gonna meet them back there.
Yeah, let's just get
Yeah.
all our eggs in a
We'll
row.
get everyone in one
Yep.
place.
You are
all
all
our
in a
ducks
room
in a row.
together.
I keep doing. I do these metaphor hybrids. All our eggs in a row.
Malifors. That's what they're
Malifors.
called.
Yeah. That's what all-
Malifors,
But I
I
do them
like it.
unintentionally. Like Maliforian slips. Okay, so we're in this room. We're sharing information. Jackson's been tinkering around. We know now that this isn't just like we don't have to metagame for it. This isn't one shield, but a central device connected to
network.
like a network that's powering the shield, the larger device. Although those might be simple machines that are just reflecting or refracting or amplifying, and this thing in the center is the hearts of the
without
operation.
looking at them, I can't be certain. But that's my hypothesis right
Well,
now.
let's get that really friendly Dakarian wolf. Give you a tour around the city to the different sites if you can determine where they could be located. Probably around the walls.
Most likely around the
Look
perimeter.
for old shrines, towers, anything that might house anything that
Places
could
of
be
importance.
amplifying this. And I'm certain I can get Dr. Crenshaw down into their archives so we can learn more about where Mars really came from and more about this Goa'uld sect that we're just learning about. And the three of us, we've got to get to those mines. There's something important on this planet, enough that the Goa'uld set up our own regiment here.
Is there a library in town?
I'm going to spell part of it out for you at this point because I think you actually have enough clues at this point. They're talking about sifting something out of the mine to make the alchemist fire. The alchemist fire looks like a staff weapon.
We're dealing with a
You're
Naquita
pretty sure
deposit.
this place is built on a Naquita mine.
If this is a Naquita planet, we're not destroying the Stargate. We're turning this place into a source of new
New
this
weaponry,
could turn the
basically.
tide.
What it seems like, what it sounds like is from what Baumgartner was saying, from
It would
what
justify the budget of the
Olsar and
SGC.
Wolf were saying. Pardon?
It would justify the budget of the SGC.
Yeah. It sounds like they only recently reopened the mine. Like maybe the mines went dry. They mined most of the Naquita out, which may suggest why this Goa'uld Mars left the planet.
Yeah, but the
And they're
Goa'uld are
just finding
greedy. If
remnants
there's
now.
even a bit of Naquita there, that'll help
Or a new
us.
vein.
But what are these barbarians on about? And are they Goa'uld left behind or something worse?
Yeah, they could be crash survivors or, like you said, something worse.
Also, if he abandoned the planet, why would he have left a armament that nobody even knew about? You figure he would have left those weapons, left the messages specifically for the case of where the barbarians would show up or where somebody else would show up to attack them. The fact that he left in a hurry,
Well, we're also
Without-
assuming he left at all.
that's true.
I mean, we
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. Maybe there's something on this planet that's strong enough to take out a Goa'uld.
We don't have any concrete evidence right now.
We won't know for sure until we get eyes on the mine. We learn what
Well,
these
let's-
barbarians are.
I'm
We
going
can
to
take
suggest that
anything
all
they
of you
throw
go
at
to the
us.
mine.
All of us?
Well,
Okay.
let's go.
I
Not
don't want
split
to
the
bring our
party this
combat
time.
people into. I mean, I want our tech people, and our. I mean, if
Look,
well,
I'm not going to be any help in a fight.
exactly.
Let me be totally
I'm barely
honest
going to be
with you.
helping.
Neither am I.
No, but necessarily.
I would disagree with that one. All of the soldiers have at least +2 in shoot.
Well, yeah.
Well, see, Corporal June there might be Corporal Jackson could be of use for the alien mining equipment. We're not going to know how to work
Okay,
it.
who is the weakest as far as weaponry here?
Someone's
That
got
would
to keep
Yes,
an eye on that
Dr.
beacon.
Crenshaw.
that would
Crenshaw?
be me.
We need
Okay,
to know if that
Crenshaw,
beacon turns back on and the Goa'uld are coming to this planet.
I give Crenshaw the staff.
Oh shit. Okay.
Point,
Point the big
Point
end at
and
the
boom.
bad guys.
Okay.
and that way I can move up ahead and scout ahead.
Captain, this is your team. This
am
is your
going to
mission.
do my best to not shoot you, but
Okay.
Well, we've got a
Yeah.
possible Goa'uld beacon activated with enemies inbound trying to get a response. If that thing turns back on, we need to know if we need to get out of here.
So
I don't
maybe
think-
what
And
we do is
Leaving someone
Jack-
here to keep an eye on that.
we could set up an early warning system at the gate.
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, and then we can just rig, I don't know, maybe a couple of claymores around it. At least we can buy ourselves some time. It's not going to destroy the gate, but it'll shred any Jaffa that walks
Okay,
through
so
it.
I stay back to do that, and I'll double back and try to find some sort of
I'm
high ground
concerned they're going to
as a
come down
lookout.
from orbit.
Mhm.
There doesn't seem to be anyone who's used the gate in a long time.
But if we just tripped a beacon,
Yeah.
There might
who
be.
knows?
Well, or they're just flying here.
Yeah, that's true. We don't even know that. Well, look at it this way. It'll take him 5 minutes to set up a couple of things, the claymores, and then he'll rush back here. Take you 5 minutes. Couldn't hurt.
Well,
I'd like to have our exit secured first.
Well, and honestly, I'm a little afraid that if this is something that this Mars left, like say this shield is something that this Mars left intentionally, because this seems quite a bit beyond the people of this world from everything else I've seen, can they
Why they
turn it off
protect it?
remotely?
Hell, they think it's magic.
Can they turn it off remotely if they come down from orbit? If we don't have anyone on this shield, it could go down.
There's still so much about the Goa'uld we don't know.
Okay, wait. With the shield, does it have a line of sight to where the mine is?
Sort of. The mine is at the very edge of town.
Like, is there a window?
Oh, it's an open air temple.
It's an open air temple,
on the top
so
of the hill.
Open air.
Yeah.
Like the whole city.
I can see
Should
it.
I
is
stay
built
back
around the
because I've got
temple.
the sniper rifle? I can see things around. I
Well,
can,
no,
You can
because the
provide
mine is
Overwatch
underground.
for us.
Yeah, I have tech ability.
Well,
You'd
I
have
mean,
tech if we bring Corporal Jackson with us. At least we have a tech with us.
I can set off the Claymore. I can
Yeah, but
radio
you're
in
not
things.
you're not going to be able to fix this thing if it goes down. I know how this thing works. If it gets turned off remotely, I want to turn it back on. I don't want Goa'uld coming down from the sky on us.
And
It's got really
with
good.
Okay.
all respects to Corporal Jackson, Lieutenant Stevens, I want you on my back in that mine.
Okay. So I set the charges. I have the remote detonator, which I can use anyway.
Yeah.
Do you need any other
We
fortifications
keep
where you
open
are?
comms. We don't go silent again like last time. We need
Okay.
to know
Yeah.
where we all are at all times.
Yeah, anything happens, I call you.
Done.
Sounds like a plan. All right.
Let's do
All right,
it.
team. Let's move it out.
Okay, so Bree, you're staying behind at the temple, and then everyone else is heading to the mine.
Temple's my best friend.
You have your orders, Corporal.
Okay, you have your orders, Corporal.
Yes, sir.
So you head to the mine. It's on the outskirts of town. It is almost like a mix of mine and quarry. It's open pit, and there are mine shafts going into it, but it looks like they're starting to block up the shafts. And there's a large construction because, as you may remember, they're trying to run the river through the mine to sift out what you're assuming would probably be Naquita.
Is the mine pretty busy right now, or?
No, the construction is pretty busy on the outskirts where they're working to divert the river.
So the mine
mine-
itself is quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess let's.
So once upon a time, this was the mother lode.
Yeah.
Because isn't Naquita like a product of supernovas and stuff?
I don't remember if they ever discuss how Naquita is created because they keep finding planets with Naquita mines on them.
Yeah, but they're extremely, like, even planets with Naquita mines are extremely rare. They just pop up more often because Stargates were placed on those planets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It was
Yeah,
black
well-
hole supernova, something like that.
Yeah.
Naquita is a very rare material, and so it tends to be mined heavily and aggressively wherever it's found.
Well, and most of it was also picked up just by the ancients before the Goa'uld even came around.
yes.
Just in the creation of the Stargate network to begin with. Lore building nerds, everybody. For more about Stargate background, you can follow my new YouTube channel.
Oh my god. I would follow
All right.
that.
Through the Gate.
On that note, let's take a look at the mines.
All right.
Oh,
All right. So I guess.
Hi ho. It's off to work we go.
I guess I'll take point, kind of leading the way. Flashlight on the bottom of my saw activated.
okay. Well, you're flagged down by one of the Legionnaires. So it's not safe to be in there. We're closing the mine. We're closing the mine shafts so that we can better divert the river.
Just say we just want to take a quick 10-minute poke around.
What do you
We're
hope
just
to
taking a
find?
look.
They're mine shafts. They were dug out ages ago.
We've never seen anything like this on our world, so we just want to take a look.
Okay. You will not find. There's nothing to find in the mine shafts. Is what I'm trying to say as your GM.
Okay.
Okay,
They're
so
they're
they're-
mine shafts. They've been mined out.
they're diverting the river, they're throwing it in, they're turning the mine shaft into a man-made lake.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then they're going to run the river out the other side and try and sift out the Naquita.
All right.
So we go.
So,
like,
we,
what was
but
our
you know what? We got
backup?
this guy's attention. The foreman here doing the construction. He can tell us
Fair
about
enough.
any barbarian attacks. Where do they normally come from?
Fair.
When does it normally happen? What do they look like?
We've
Have
had
you
to
ever
defend
been
against some
affrighted?
barbarian attacks on our on the east side of town. So to the east of the mines,
Well, point
they
some
come out of
directions
the
for
trees
troubles.
and
How recently?
within the last fortnight.
Well, I guess, folks, let's off to the woods we go.
You really do
As long as
like
we're
quoting
careful.
songs. Okay. To the tree line.
If we are careful, we shouldn't raise any alarms. So
At the ready. though.
everybody
They
put
eat the
suppressors on your
dead.
weapons. I don't want anything seeing us, or anything hearing us, in case we do have to engage.
How do I suppress the spear?
How do you suppress it?
You know what,
You don't.
Dr. Crenshaw? Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it.
Okay.
Just remember, big and dangerous.
Yeah.
Could have had you in the archives.
Exactly. Ooh, that sounds.
But she might be able to talk with the barbarians too.
Yeah, but now you get to be the physical embodiment of speak softly and carry a large stick.
Fuck yes.
Oh my God! Why isn't that a teal T-shirt?
Love how your mind works. Yes, exactly.
Okay. So you head into the trees.
Mm-hmm.
It's dense forest. This is uncultivated forest. And you move through them. You got a good, relatively decent idea of what direction you're going in. And you come across a clearing with the remains of a campfire in it.
Should we go and see how recently, like if it's still warm?
Yeah, let's
embers
cautiously approach.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to make their stealth check. Okay, and this is the point where I reveal they're going to spend a fate point, and I'm going to reveal one of the aspects of these NPCs. Yes. Space Vikings.
Oh, good. I was really hoping it wasn't going to be the Nox. I was just holding my breath to be like, and it's the good guys out in the forest. Okay.
And
Space Vikings.
You get into the clearing, and you hear something. It's almost like a hum. And you realize the hum is from a bowstring being held. And 5 men, they're all human. They all have beards. Their hair is long and tied back into plates. They look like fucking Vikings.
Yes.
Are pointing bows at you.
I'm down. Okay, so...
Drop your weapons.
I don't think so.
I don't want to drop this spear because I don't want it to accidentally go off.
You
But
first.
how about you drop yours?
Yeah, let the captain do the talking.
Yes.
Captain Frank Rollins, SG-12. Who are you?
I am Ulfric. And you will lower your weapons.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a lot more hurt to you than you're going to do to me.
And I'm sure that I have more men than you.
Well, you're clearly not eating the dead and wearing the skins of your enemies.
I mean, they're wearing animal furs, but...
Oh, those
Sir,
slimy
don't these look like
descriptions.
Thor's
I'm
people?
going to say, all right, Ulfric, I'm going to ask you a question. What's going on between you and the city? Right now, we're just looking for answers. We're not looking for a fight, but we're ready for one.
Stevens brought up a good point.
He keeps an eye sighted along the arrow, but he spits when you mention the city.
Oh.
They pollute the land. They are attempting to divert our river.
Oh, God, they are the good people.
And they have taken our people for labor.
Oh, no.
What is more,
Stargate
they
dilemma.
worship demons.
Tell me more about these demons they worship.
Jessica Crenshaw, do these, Stevens brings up a good point about they might be Thor's people.
You know of Thor?
Ho!
What? I mean, we are relatively new here, so we don't exactly have a great handle of what is what, but sort of.
You know Thor. You know of Thor.
Yes.
Oh, I
So
can, could I use one of my stunts?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude.
If I can come up with I gotta come up with a clever lie.
He's a buddy of ours.
Are you going to try and use your demagogue?
He's a friend from work.
No, that's if I'm delivering a speech.
He's a friend from work.
I want to use. No, Derek, I want to use my first stunt.
Okay. Oh, mind games.
Yeah,
Yes.
which is just all like. Because here's the problem: is I'm playing a character who's more clever than I am. He wants to basically know Thor. Like because we're already a protected planet. We've already been in touch with the Asgard. We've already been in touch with Thor. So we know Thor. We fought with Thor. He's an ally of our nation, and we come bearing good news. We're your reinforcements.
God, that's not even afraid. You don't even need to make a mental attack with that, Justin. That's a straight up deceive check.
That's awesome.
Damn it, Justin.
Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. Oh. So with the, I rolled a -1, so it's only a
Sorry.
3.
Sorry,
Would
who
you like
needs
to
to roll
spend a
better
fate
now?
point to invoke one of your aspects and get a reroll?
That is a correctamundo. I'm going to use my second aspect.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's a 6.
Fantastic. They lower their bows.
Good work, Captain Murphy.
Quickly, you must come with us now. Before the
I motioned to
patrol
Jessica,
find
you can lower the staff weapon now.
Oh God! Thank God.
We have much to discuss.
Don't waste the Vikings.
Let's speak to your commanding officer.
And he leads you back through the forest and down into a glen where there is an honest-to-God Viking village.
That's oh God, so cool.
You walk for probably like 3 or 4 hours.
Okay. So that,
Okay, so we're in like deep
It's
bush
maybe-
now.
Yeah. You're in the deep forests of some park in British Columbia. And
Okay.
there's a small lake in the middle that's being fed from a stream that runs off into the woods. You figure probably a tributary of the river that they've been talking about. And yeah, it's a Viking village.
okay.
So,
Jessica's just gonna take all the pictures, and then mumble something about putting them all over her room when she gets home.
I'm kind of guessing there's chance of peace between these two people, maybe not necessarily possible, considering they're wanting to take their river and their people. I don't know, Captain Murphy, do you think we can negotiate something between these two? Is there any Earth tech we could offer them?
I mean, do we have anything to do with this conflict between these two? I mean, the Novabithians have a history with Mars, but there's no evidence that they're even aware of if they're even descended slaves, if Mars left. It seems like these two camps are just fighting out a war they don't even remember where it started. If we
I
could
would
bring
be asking
stabilization...
how long it was since they had contact with Thor or any of the other Norse gods.
Exactly.
We are not in contact with Thor, but but rather his kinsman Bragi.
Really? I was about to say they're all fighting a war they don't even know how it started, but do go on.
And he leads you, and there's a large stone in the middle of the village that's carved with runes. And there's a big amber gem set into the top of it. When Bragi brought us to this planet, he set this stone for us and said that he would guide us through it. And he has given us great wisdom since.
What's the sorry, Derek, the stone again describing it? I'm trying to get a mind's eye.
Think of it, it's probably like it's like a menhir. So it's probably like 7-8 feet tall. It's carved with runes all around
There
it.
you go. I got a good picture of it. It's like a Stonehenge stone, but with runes carved
Yeah.
all around it.
Yeah.
It's Neolithic.
Pardon?
It's ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And this thing. Oh, is there tech? I was about to say. Never mind.
What do the runes on it say?
Well, at least we got our linguist.
Who is very happy to not be holding that spear anymore.
So pointing at it, and Thor's representative speaks through this.
Bragi speaks to our priest through this. Yes.
Through your priest.
Where's your priest?
That would be. Okay, I've only got like 2 names left. I want to see if I can get every name on this list.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Oh wait, there's only one left.
There's only Nate Salt.
Oh,
There's only Nate Salt. Old Nate Salt.
Reverend Salt. Of all the reverends you chose the one that was salty.
We're sorry, Nate. Yeah, that joke's just gonna keep coming up.
He's also from
God-
Salt Lake City, just to really make
Goddamn Salt
it's
Lake
hysterical.
Nobody calls you that.
Except everyone did.
Yes, but God damn, that was a good line.
So
They bring him over. He
Nathan
looks like
Salt.
he's ambiguously old, but he's got the long white hair and the long white beard. He's basically wearing a robe. But it's just like it's a cassock essentially. He's just belted with robe. He's carrying a staff.
While we're waiting for to arrive, I wanted to get back in because I was trying to say when we first arrived at the camp, but then we were like being listened in by the guy who met us. It was like if there's a way to bring stabilization to this region, this could be a great like source of strategic importance. But if they're actually in touch with the Asgard, that completely changes everything. Okay. Anyways.
Yes, and
the priest.
Yeah, they introduce him.
They introduced Salt.
Yeah,
He's just an old man.
he's just an old man.
I really want to know how he talks to this guy. I want to talk to him.
Ulfric tells
Ricci.
me that you bring word from Thor.
Well, I go on about our alliance with Thor and our fight against our common enemy.
The demons, yes, the
'Cause
ones that they in the city war.
Would I know from my DoD files that was given to me before the audit about Earth's designation as Midgar?
Yes,
You would have been briefed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Well, you're like Warriors of Midgar. I point to the actual SG soldiers. And I'm a
Okay.
representative of the Earth government.
There is much rejoicing.
Yay.
And then we ate the minstrels. So we have a lot to catch up on.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so.
Tiff, as you're
Please
reading the runes
Tell us
on the
everything.
Yes.
stone, it looks like it's telling the story of how Bragi brought these people to this planet first,
Okay.
but then before the protections could be set up, like essentially the Hammer of Thor kind of device,
Okay.
he was called away from the Asgard war effort, and promises to return, et cetera, and has left this device to protect the village.
Okay. Okay, is there anything else on there depicting some sort of are the runes written by the people we're talking to, or like is it by the Asgardians?
That you're not quite sure of.
Okay, fair enough. Is there anything depicting sort of power struggle?
It does promise that Bragi will return once his puzzle of wisdom has been solved, et cetera, which is
we
pretty
have
much
got to go
the
to that.
Asgard MO.
Yes.
Right.
The puzzle of wisdom. That's like your thing.
Go get him, Brainiac.
Oh God. Yeah.
Okay, so we solve the puzzle of wisdom. We get power over the planet. We return it to America. We make our nation greater. Excellent.
And
Good times are had by all.
at that point, Lieutenant Stevens,
Yeah,
so you went and set up your stuff over by the Stargate.
correct.
You probably got some kind of just like alert device if anyone comes through the gate.
Yeah, a little device with a blinking red light if something
Oh
happens.
yeah, you're as they're talking, your device with the blinking red light starts blinking.
I motion to the rest of the group, show them the blinky red light.
Oh, goody. And we're not expecting another Stargate team to back us up, are we?
No, we are not.
Well, shit, guys.
So I'm
the,
guessing we're gonna get some power.
The temple, does that have eyes? Is it close enough to the city to see where the gate is? Like that other building we came out of
if
originally?
you were up in the temple on the hill, yes.
Okay.
At that moment, also, you see off in the distance, it looks almost like an aurora borealis. As the invisible shield over the city goes down.
Huh.
Yikes.
Bree, you succeeded on a +6.
Yes, I
Nice.
did.
Bree, you now have the Shield of Mars. What are you doing with it?
I'm getting the fuck out is what I'm doing with it.
Okay, so you basically
Go back to Earth and get rich.
you pry it off of the statue.
With extreme prejudice.
You basically throw it under your arm, throw a tarp over it, and
Just
start
like
running.
wrap it in my backpack and run.
Tell me you say yoink as you leave.
Are you informing your compatriot of your current status?
No.
Okay.
She's too busy running.
Too busy running. I'm running.
Running
Which way?
So as you crest the hill above the Stargate, Bree, it starts spinning.
Okay.
Lock on. Chevron locks.
Whoa.
Gate opens.
Okay, hiding.
Yeah. There is an initial explosion that goes off as
The claymores.
The claymores that Lieutenant Stevens set up take out a couple of Jaffa.
Oh, God.
And congratulations, Stevens. There are now 4 Jaffa instead of half a dozen.
I mean, yay!
Fuck them.
They are dressed in the armor that he described, where it's the spiked crest and the Roman-style helmet face. They're wearing red cloaks over their armor, carrying staffs, and as they come out, they clear away the bodies, and a 5th figure walks out. Okay. He is dressed in stylized Roman armor. There's a leather skirt, and you're pretty sure he's wearing a Goa'uld hand device. And he looks up towards the city. His eyes glow, and we're gonna cut the episode there.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Mars has landed. Or Mars is ascending.
Mars attacks.
Mars. I was gonna say Mars is in
That's gotta
retrograde.
be the name of the 4th episode.
Mars attack.
So, I'm Derek DeMarco Chase Muse. I have been your GM for this, the 3rd episode of Stargate SG-12, The Shield of Mars. And I'm joined with my players in order of rank.
Mike the Birdman Dodd playing Captain Frank Rollins.
Captain Murphy thinking, that was too easy.
Space Vikings!
Space Vikings. Everything was starting to go so well. Everything was just coming together. Fucking our exit strategy's blowing apart, and we got Jaffa and fucking
And
Goa'uld
continuing
and
the
a mole in our
naming.
team.
Alex.
Alex playing Lieutenant Stevens, Mr. Sneaky Boom Boom.
Bree playing Corporal June. I'm getting the fuck out of here, Jackson.
And Tiffany playing Jessica Crenshaw, who's scared of staffs.
And a special shout out to our fellow terrible warrior, Connell Macbeth. We hope you're feeling better now, Connell.
Feel better, buddy.
Yeah. And to Aaron, who requested this episode, and after making her watch Gods of Egypt. Gods of Mars. That would be
Mars.
Gods of
Gods
Mars.
of Mars.
That's an
Okay.
actual John Carter book.
To the
Anyway,
first-
after making her watch Gods of Egypt, well, the debt is
Punishment fits the
repaid.
crime.
We're gonna blow some shit up!
See you back in 2 weeks' time. Take it away, Justin.
Terrible Warriors has new episodes every Tuesday and every Thursday. We will return to Stargate SG-12, The Shield of Mars, in 2 weeks' time for our epic conclusion. Well, things are getting cinematic, and I'm not going to leave any spoilers in this tease that I'm about to say, but I can almost guarantee that after you listen to part 4 of The Shield of Mars, you're going to want to go back and listen to part 1, 2, and 3 again to hear what was really going on in the background. But conspiracy theories aside, if you return to this podcast on Tuesday, Mike the Birdman Dodd has got us trapped in his world of Friday the 13th. As our contestants of a reality show that has brought them to Crystal Lake are now being hunted by Jason Voorhees himself. They're gonna need a little extra help to get through the next 2 episodes, so on Tuesday, Bree Poisonne joins the team in Strive to Survive. And sharing Thursday alternating with Stargate. If you return next Thursday, Derek the Bard, Will Mitchell, and Wes Gunn, they're about to wrap up Valemount, the Lillenberg murders. On the outskirts of the Parliamentary Republic of Valemount, our freelance monster hunters will be faced with a terrible choice. Fail Mount is almost over on Thursday. And for updates on the games that will be released at the end of June and into July, you can follow us on Twitter at Dice Warriors. We've got an Instagram account that we're trying to keep updated as well. There's ways to find it. As well as our Facebook page and terriblewarriors.com, where we have the schedules page that you can click on to find out what game I'm not telling you about. As well as if you like what you hear and you want to hear more, and you'd like to be involved in the production of the show and the development of our games, and hell, even joining us here at the table to play with us, consider being a supporter at patreon.com/terriblewarriors. On there, you'll get access to our debrief episodes, the entire campaign edited down to one file so you don't have to listen to me yammering between every episode, as well as I'll send you postcards in the mail. Now, I've been working on the printing, so we're a little bit behind, but don't worry. If you've got a postcard for April, you're gonna get it. If you've got a postcard for May, you're gonna get it. They're all being sent out. They're each being customized, signed by members of the show, and each month we'll have a different image on the card to add to your collections that will be released nowhere else. It's not album art like the ones we sent out in the original batch. A special commemorative edition celebrating the month that was on Terrible Warriors that you chose to support us. We've recently had someone sign up for the highest tier, which means they're going to be joining the show. We've had a few people do that in the past, and they've had a great time. And yes, this show is brought to you by Patreon supporters, and we could not do that without your support. You are literally keeping the lights on. But if you can't afford the dollar on our Patreon page, that's fine. This show will never be put behind a paywall. It will be available forever for free for you. And so if you really want to support the show, share it with your friends, play games you've heard on the show, and then send us player reports. Because we're all just about telling stories together. And I want to tell you my stories, and I want to hear you tell me yours. Today's Terrible Warriors: Derek Burrow, Mike Dodd, Bree Poisonne, Alex Ricci, Tiffany Ann Compton, and Justin Ecock. And the brave men and women of SG-12 will return in 2 weeks' time, right here on the Terrible Warriors.